Hey guys, today we're standing in front of the mirror, tugging at our skin, wondering if it's always been this soft? A little sag here, a little wrinkle there, and those knees? They creak when you squat to tie your shoes. And that's if you're still squatting. You ever sit down and think, yep, this is where I live now? You're not alone. But what if your breakfast plate could do more for you than any overpriced cream or sketchy collagen powder ever could? So before you get comfortable, take a moment to like the video and subscribe, but only if you really like what I'm doing here. Let's talk about skin, joints, and the quiet betrayal of time. As we age, collagen, the protein that keeps your skin firm and your joints cushioned, takes a nosedive. It's like your body's personal handyman just quit without notice. The result? Wrinkles, sagging, and knees that click like castanets. But here's the real kicker. Collagen supplements are a mess of contradictions. Some work, some don't. Some just leave you with expensive pee. Now, if you want to actually feel younger, not just look it, focus on real foods that tell your body, hey, it's repair time. Bone broth is a powerhouse. Not the boxed stuff loaded with sodium. I'm talking slow-simmered, gelatinous goodness. You're getting amino acids like glycine and proline, which are like construction workers for your connective tissue. Add some wild-caught salmon to the mix. Now you've got omega-3s that lubricate your joints and keep inflammation in check. Eggs, especially the yolks, are collagen co-stars too. They carry biotin and sulfur, both crucial for collagen production, and they're delicious. Scrambled, poached, turned into a cheeky little breakfast sandwich. You're not eating boring old healthy food, you're indulging in edible youth. But let's not pretend it's all that simple. Some dermatologists say collagen molecules are too big to absorb through digestion. Others swear by the "you are what you eat" philosophy. So, to eat or not to eat collagen-rich food? That debate's hotter than a cast-iron skillet in July. Meanwhile, you can't skip vitamin C. It's the spark plug for collagen synthesis. No C, no new collagen. Toss in a handful of berries or squeeze lemon into your tea. Suddenly that boring water habit is doing heavy lifting. And don't forget the role of hydration. Dry, saggy skin is the unpaid intern version of your face. Useless and unappreciated. Drink your water. Eat water-rich foods like cucumbers and watermelon. Your skin will stop whispering "help me" every time you pass a mirror. Next time you look at your plate, ask yourself, is this breakfast feeding the old you or rebuilding the new you? Collagen-friendly foods aren't just about beauty, they're your internal scaffolding. And believe me, they work harder than your moisturizer ever did. So now that your skin is bouncing back and your knees are negotiating a ceasefire, let's talk about what's actually going on inside. The slow burn that ages you silently. Inflammation, the kind that doesn't make you sneeze or break out. In hives. I'm talking about chronic, low-grade, under-the-radar inflammation. The kind that sneaks around like it's got a master key to your arteries, brain, and joints. You might not feel it, but it's there. It's the reason you're stiff in the morning. It's the reason your energy disappears before lunch. It's even the reason your memory's been acting like a flaky friend who forgets your birthday. Chronic inflammation accelerates aging like pouring gas on a fire. But here's the twist. Your fridge might already be holding the fire extinguishers. Let's start with berries. Blueberries, raspberries, blackberries. They're all tiny, juicy riot police against inflammation. Packed with anthocyanins, which sound like a sci-fi villain but actually fight oxidative stress like antioxidant ninjas. Add a handful to your morning yogurt or just snack straight from the freezer like a rebel. Then there's turmeric, bright orange, a little earthy, and massively misunderstood. The active ingredient is curcumin, which is basically inflammation's worst nightmare. But here's the catch. Curcumin needs a buddy to work properly, black pepper. Without it, curcumin is like a superhero with no cape. You need that combo. Try sprinkling it into a smoothie, or make a golden latte if you're feeling a little fancy. Now let's address the omega-3 versus omega-6 drama. It's like a hormonal soap opera in your cells. Most of us eat way too much omega-6, looking at you. Processed snack aisle, which can promote inflammation. Omega-3s, found in fatty fish, walnuts, chia seeds, bring the balance back. It's less about eliminating everything and more about upgrading your ratios. Your body's not a monastery, it just wants peace. And of course, there's the green brigade. Leafy greens like spinach, kale, and Swiss chard are like internal janitors sweeping out free radicals and cooling down your system. Add olive oil and lemon juice. You're basically eating edible medicine without the side effects or those terrifying drug commercials that list sudden death as a possibility. But here's where it gets spicy, literally. Chili peppers contain capsaicin, which not only gives them heat, but also has anti-inflammatory properties. Some people swear by it. Others claim it just gives them heartburn and regret. To eat or not to eat capsaicin, the academic jury's still out, but your tongue will definitely have an opinion. And let's be real, no food is magic on its own. This isn't Hogwarts. But if you layer your meals with these anti-inflammatory ingredients, your cells will throw a party. And arthritis, brain fog, and fatigue won't be on the guest list. So go ahead. Fire up the anti-inflammatory squad. Your joints, your brain, and that little voice in your head that keeps misplacing your keys. They'll all thank you. Let's head south. I mean inside. Straight to your gut, where all the drama happens but none of the credit gets given. You think digestion is just about what goes in and what comes out? Not quite. Your gut is your second brain. It's where over 70% of your immune system lives, where serotonin, your feel-good chemical, is produced, and where things start going downhill fast if you're eating like a teenager in denial. And here's the harsh truth. After 50, your gut doesn't bounce back the way it used to. You eat one sad meal, say, a triple cheeseburger with a milkshake, and your stomach throws a tantrum that lasts 3 days. That's not indigestion. That's your gut staging a protest. So, what does it need? 2 things, fiber and bacteria. The good kind, not the creepy crawlies. Soluble fiber feeds your gut microbes. Think of it as fertilizer for the flora. Oats, lentils, flax seeds. These aren't just grandma foods. They're gut rehab therapy. Want your digestion to stop playing? The Slow Jam remix of 1995? Start here. Now the bacteria. Fermented foods like kimchi, sauerkraut, kefir, and plain Greek yogurt are the holy grail. They introduce friendly bacteria that help digest food, create vitamins, and boost immunity. And yes, you'll feel weird the first time you eat sauerkraut. On toast. But your stomach will throw a full-blown welcome party. But not all probiotics are saints. Some strains work, some don't. Some just pass through you like they're sightseeing. The debate is ongoing. To eat or not to eat store-bought. Probiotic yogurt filled with sugar. That one's a gut check decision. And don't overlook prebiotics, the food for the probiotics. Bananas, garlic, onions, asparagus. Your gut bugs love that stuff more than you love binge watching at 2 a.m. Layer prebiotics with probiotics and you've got yourself a microbiome makeover. Oh, and hydration. Again. Because if your intestines are dry, everything slows down. You get backed up, bloated, foggy. It's like your digestive system hit the brakes halfway through the job. Drink water like it's your job. Bonus points for warm lemon water in the morning. It's basically a wake-up call for your insides. What happens when your gut's happy? Better moods, more energy, clearer skin. Regular digestion that doesn't make you check your calendar and wonder when the last time you really went was. Yeah, we're getting personal. But that's aging. Everything gets personal. So if your body's been whispering that something's off, listen to your gut. Literally. Feed it well, treat it like royalty, and you'll notice everything else falling back into place. Your energy, your mood, your genes. And isn't that kind of the point? So your joints are smoother, your gut's humming a happy tune, and your inflammation's on vacation. Now let's tackle that 2 p.m. crash, that moment when your eyelids weigh more than your whole body, and suddenly the couch looks like a religious experience. You ever wonder why you're so tired all the time, even when you've technically done nothing? Aging doesn't just steal your energy, it holds it hostage and ransoms it for bad habits. The truth? After 50, your mitochondria, the tiny engines in your cells, start losing their edge. They're like old phone batteries. Still there, still working, but you've got to charge them 5 times a day just to make a call. But here's the plot twist. Certain foods act like jumper cables. Eat right, and you can actually fire up those little energy factories. First up, leafy greens again. Yep, spinach, Swiss chard, beet greens. They're back because they're packed with nitrates that improve blood flow. Better flow, chuck more oxygen. To cells, there's more energy. It's not rocket science, it's salad science. Next, whole grains, quinoa, oats, barley. Complex carbs that release glucose slowly instead of dumping it like a surprise party. Say goodbye to the blood sugar roller coaster and hello to steady power. Pair that with a protein like turkey or eggs, and you've got a metabolic power couple. And now, the superstar, B vitamins, especially B12 and B6. They help convert food into energy and keep your nervous system running smoothly. Lack of B12? You'll feel like you've been hit by a slow-moving emotional truck. Eggs, lean meats, and fortified cereals will do the trick, but some folks over 50 can't absorb B12 well from food alone. Supplements? Maybe. To swallow or not to swallow? There's that debate again. Let's not forget about magnesium, the underappreciated mineral that helps your muscles relax and your energy production stay on track. You'll find it in nuts, seeds, avocados, and even dark chocolate. That's right, chocolate that helps you stay awake. Who knew? Now for the caffeine talk. We love it, we live for it, but we also crash from it. If coffee's your morning ritual, great, but leaning on it all day? You're basically renting fake energy with high-interest fees. Try green tea or matcha instead. Lower caffeine but longer-lasting lift, thanks to L-theanine, an amino acid that smooths the edge off the buzz. And if you're constantly hungry but still tired, that's a blood sugar problem. Toss in a handful of almonds, a piece of fruit, maybe a little nut butter. Not a sugary granola bar that claims to be natural, but has more syrup than a pancake house. Energy isn't just about what you eat. It's how your body uses it. Fuel it with real foods, give it balance, and those afternoon slumps might become a thing of the past. You might just catch yourself walking a little quicker, thinking a little sharper, and staying up past 9 p.m. on purpose. Okay, last lap. Time to open that spice rack that's been quietly judging you for years. You know the one. Half the jars expired in 2009 and the rest you bought for one recipe you never made. But here's the thing. Those forgotten powders and seeds might just be the closest thing to age reversal you'll ever find in your kitchen. Let's start with cinnamon. Not the fake kind coated on sugary cereal. Real Ceylon cinnamon, earthy and sweet. It helps regulate blood sugar and improves insulin sensitivity. In other words, it stops your body from playing that game where it spikes your glucose, panics, crashes, and leaves you exhausted. Add it to coffee, oatmeal, or roasted sweet potatoes, and suddenly you're fighting aging with flavor. Then there's ginger. Oh, ginger. Sharp, spicy, and wildly underused unless you're ordering sushi. It's anti-inflammatory, yes, but also helps digestion and supports your immune system like a backstage crew working overtime. You can toss it in smoothies or steep it in hot water with lemon and pretend you're doing a spa day, even if you're, just sitting in your kitchen wearing socks with holes. Now for a heavy hitter, garlic. Yeah, your breath might scare away vampires and uninvited guests, but your arteries will love you. Garlic reduces blood pressure, lowers cholesterol, and basically tells plaque, not today. Some people chew it raw, brave souls, others roast. Blend it, or hide it in dressings. Either way, it works. But let's sprinkle in a little skepticism. Some studies say the active compounds in garlic, like allicin, lose potency once cooked. Others say the benefits stick around. To eat raw, or not to eat raw. That's a dinner table debate waiting to happen. Now, let's talk turmeric again. We mentioned it in part 2, but it deserves an encore. In spice form, it blends into soups, rice, even smoothies. With a little black pepper, you unlock its full anti-aging arsenal. Think of it as the tag team that gives your cells an extra shield against time. Don't overlook rosemary and sage, old-school herbs with anti-inflammatory and memory-boosting perks. There's early research suggesting rosemary's aroma alone can improve alertness. Imagine seasoning your chicken and sharpening your mind at the same time. Multitasking, baby. And finally, cayenne. It boosts metabolism, aids circulation, and adds a little fire to your food, and maybe your personality. Start slow unless you're in a particularly daring mood. Remember, it's not about burning your taste buds off. It's about waking your body up. You've probably walked past these spices for years, never guessing they could help preserve your cells, protect your brain, and balance your hormones. But here they are, quiet heroes, sitting in glass jars like dusty little wizards. This isn't just seasoning. This is strategy. These are not extras. They're edible investments in your future self. So here you are, 5 parts deep, and your kitchen might suddenly feel a little more like a wellness lab. We've wandered through leafy greens that soften your skin, berries that block inflammation, fermented foods that calm your gut, and spices that practically whisper anti-aging spells into your bloodstream. But let's slow down now. No more lists. No more tips. Just breathe. Think about what aging really is. It's not just wrinkles or gray hair or forgetting where you parked the car. It's about energy, mobility, confidence, that low-level hum of joy that shows up when your body isn't constantly in survival mode. And the most remarkable thing? You can nurture all of that, one bite, one meal, one tiny habit at a time. This isn't about doing everything perfectly. You're not applying to be a monk. You're human. You're allowed toast with butter. You're allowed wine on Fridays. But now, you also know how to sprinkle in the foods that work for you, not against you. Foods that support your heart, your joints, your mood, your brain. Foods that age with you like a good friend. Honest, comforting, maybe a little spicy. There will be days when you forget all of this. Days when fast food wins and movement feels like a chore. That's okay. Just remember what you've learned here. The power to feel 20 years younger isn't in a bottle. It's in your kitchen, on your fork, inside your next grocery cart. You don't need to overhaul your life. Just begin where you are. Add a handful of berries. Toss turmeric into your soup. Swap one snack for something that loves you back. These little tweaks, they add up, slowly, silently. Then one day, you'll realize you feel lighter, brighter, sharper, and you'll smile, just a little, knowing you built that. So if any part of this made your day a little richer, or your fridge a little smarter, like the video and subscribe, but only if you really like what I'm doing here. And before you go, let me know where you're watching from and what time it is there. I read every single one. Now take that breath. Exhale. You're doing just fine. We'll talk again soon.